Donald Trump gave away the whole game yesterday. He is preparing to blame the potentially forthcoming recession, slowdown, whatever else happens right now in Q2 on Joe Biden. Here is Trump during a whacked out cabinet meeting, which we will look at in more detail a little bit later. Trump saying this would be Biden's.
This is a quarter that we looked at today, and we took all of us together. We came in on January 20th. So this is Biden, and you could even say the next quarter is sort of Biden because it doesn't just happen on a daily or an hourly basis. But we're turning it around. It's a big ship to turn around, and we're going to have the greatest country financially in the history of the world, I believe. I think we're going to do things and we had to do it. We reset the table. We were being ripped off by every single country with just about without exception. I'd have to really think hard for who hasn't taken advantage. And I don't even blame those countries. I blame the person that was sitting right here where I am for allowing it to happen, where our country was ripped off on trade, hundreds of billions of dollars. And now we're doing better than we've done in a long time.
And of course, we're not doing better. GDP has contracted, stock markets are down. But Trump is telling us if the recession is coming, if the recession is now, this is Biden's fault. Now, just a reminder, Trump also put out on Truth Social, we looked at this earlier in the show, but I want to include it here. Trump put out on Truth, this is Biden's stock market, not Trump's. I didn't take over until January 20th. Tariffs are going to kick in. It's all going to boom, but it has nothing to do with tariffs, what's going on right now, and you've got to be patient. That's me summarizing Trump's truth. So let's just be super honest about what's happening here. Trump is admitting out loud that this quarter might look really bad. And rather than standing behind the economy he's now in charge of, he's laying the groundwork to say, not my fault, I just got here. You can't blame Trump for Q1 of 2025 because Biden was president for 20 days. You can't blame Trump for Q2 of 2025, even though he was president, assuming he survives Q2, obviously, for all 3 months of Q2. And so what he wants is credit for an imaginary future boom that may never come, zero responsibility and blame for the current reality we're dealing with. And this is a reality that includes markets reacting nervously to the tariff threats, businesses pausing investment, and growing talk of a slowdown. And he wants to call it the Biden overhang. So overhang. It's the Trump playbook. If it's good, it's me. If it's bad, it's Biden. And if it's really bad, it's Biden, and be patient with me. Put it in perspective. Q2 started in April. It's May 1st. We're a third of the way through Q2. Trump took office in January, and he's been in power for the entire quarter. The economy, the markets, investor sentiment, these are reactions to Trump's agenda. The agenda is blanket tariffs that spook global trade and domestic markets, a regulatory rollback that's creating even more uncertainty, and public comments from Trump and his acolytes that he knows the pain is coming, but he's more worried about blaming it on someone else than he is on fixing it. So the takeaway is Trump's pre-announcing a recession. He's pre-announcing an excuse for it, which is blame Biden. And if the economy falters in the next couple of months, he wants you to believe it is still somehow Joe Biden's fault, even though he can't link it to any specific Biden-era policies. And even though he will have been in power for the full 6 months of Q1 and Q2, minus the first 20 days. I don't think I have to tell you whether that makes sense to believe. I respect my audience, most of my audience, enough to know you can decide for yourselves. When Trump is president for 6 months minus 20 days, who deserves almost all of the credit or blame, right? Either way, of the credit or blame for what took place during those 5 months and 10 days? Is it the guy who last summer decided he wasn't running for re-election and who wasn't even on the ballot in November and who left office months ago? Or is it the person who's been president for 5 months and 10 days as of the end of this quarter? You decide. I know you're smart enough to figure out where that lands. I will be going live next week with Aaron Rupar on Substack. We will be talking about the growth of and future of independent media. I hope you'll join me. It's going to be Wednesday. Wait a second. When is it going to be? Let me make sure I promote it correctly. This is going to be What week is it? Okay. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, Aaron Rupar and I are going to be doing a Substack Live. Make sure you're subscribed to my Substack newsletter. Make sure you've got the Substack app on your phone. That's the best way to access Substack. I'll say more about it. I think it's going to be a great conversation. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what the Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get the Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.